quick. All right. I got your request. Rene. 1 second. I'm about to add you in, man. Tap in, tap in. What's going on, Rene? What's
Hey,
going on, man? Can you
yeah,
hear me?
yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Awesome.
All right.
Thanks
Welcome.
for having me on
Oh
here.
yeah. No problem, no problem. Appreciate you for coming on tonight. I was gonna talk a little bit about some breedings, but I mean, I try to tell people about having uh you know a platform, no matter how big or small it is. I mean, they gonna tap in. I mean, we don't have to make people tap in. They tap in when they want to. Like I said, you could tag who you want to. I'm also gonna tag Fat Teeth to come in too. See if he wanna,
Sure.
chop it up and speak his piece. But this is a platform right here, man. Just so I mean, you can get dilemma out. You know what I'm saying? But this is also, I got this platform too, man. Just to try to build up the community a little bit better, because we do got a lot of this shit going on. Whether it's a
Oh yeah,
misunderstanding, you know what I'm saying, either on either part, whether it could be a misunderstanding and it can be solved just like this, through communication and
absolutely.
in a better party. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter. He had his boys in there. They had their comments and whatnot, which was cool. You know what I mean? You spoke your piece through texting and typing. You trying to type fast as they're talking, but I seen it in there. And I mean, I thought it was at first. I thought it was just some little bullshit at first, and then I started to take heed to what it actually was going on, and I'm just like, like, yo, like, not even that y'all really tripping, but it's principle about this. First and foremost, it's all about
Absolutely.
principle. Go ahead, go ahead.
Absolutely. Co-owns are definitely something that a lot of Frenchie breeders are doing nowadays. And this is my first co-own experience, and I learned a lot. um, so I want to, I guess, start off by sharing like what got me in this situation. So um, I have a fluffy blue and tan named Penelope, and she started fighting with one of my other females, and just couldn't get them to stop fighting. So, so I decided to co-own her, and I had put her up for 2 grand on a co-own, and Latif came to me, and he's like, "Oh, I only got $1,000." And that was my first mistake, because I want to admit that was a mistake, and I will never ever co-own a dog for less than 4K, because I've learned a lot. I've learned the less you demand for the price, the more drama is going to happen, and not everybody's at the same level and prestige as you.
Mm-hmm.
And so basically, I drew up a contract, which I've posted on my stories. It's your basic co-own contract. Now, I did tell him, hey, bro, because you're only putting $1,000 in, I want 66% of the profits.
That means the total.
You get 33%.
Total profit of whatever he gets for the dog. So that's not every grand what I was hearing, right?
Yeah, so 66% is a great deal on my end, because that's a big chunk of it. But he didn't have the money. I said, if you want 50-50, then throw in another grand. And he decided not to, and he went ahead and signed the contract on that agreement, and it benefited me, so of course I accepted. And everything's good. I looked at his page before I agreed to it. I saw he had experience whelping. I saw that he had sold a lot of pets, and I really thought it was going to be a win-win with Latif. I thought that we were going to be able to both learn from one another. And unfortunately, though, something happened, and this was a mistake on my end too. But honestly, it was my wife's fault. But we have a Merle male here, and he actually got Penelope pregnant, and I didn't know. And so I was like, bro, I am so sorry. Let me make it right. Let me refund you your $1,000, and I'll take my dog back. Because that's the honorable thing to do. I messed up. He said he didn't want to do that. He just wanted to have the litter. And I'm like, are you sure, bro? Are you sure about that? And so he said, yeah. And let's just sell these puppies and then we'll move on. We still got 2 more litters. And so I had already locked in with a couple of other studs that we were going to use. So we're good. I was like, all right, man, if you want. But then I started to run into some trouble because people were messaging me about him lying about the stud of the dogs because he didn't like the stud, which is a Merle male named Winston. And I have him here, and I'll put him on video because he's not a bad looking dog. He's not a bad looking dog at all. He's nice. So he put him here.
Yeah, he looks good. He looks good. For standard, he looks good.
He's standard Merle male. You know, he's my wife's pet, and you know, he was telling people that it was another dog. He was telling people that it was Dion and the Frenchie's dog, Bangkok.
I know.
Which, yeah, and so, in fact, I had been talking to Dion about possibly purchasing Bangkok, and I had mentioned to him, and then Latif said to me that he would even consider co-owning Bangkok with me and keeping him over there, and we could stud him out for $1,500. And I said, yeah, absolutely, we can work on that. But then I started getting messages from people saying, hey, it doesn't make sense because there's Merles and Bangkok is not a Merle, but you know, Winston is a Merle.
Right.
So I messaged him and I told him, hey, bro, that's not how I operate. You know, you agreed to this litter, so let's do things the right way. Let's be honest and tell people who the stud is. These are great pups for females or for quality, you know, pet homes, you know. And he's like, okay. So then my friend Fernando messages me and tells me, who's this Latif guy? Because he's telling people that he bought a dog from me and he never bought a dog from me. And, you know, Fernando from Go Viral, I've bought a couple of dogs from him and I know him personally. And I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know. So I was like, man, okay, so Latif has been caught in 2 lies so far.
I'm talking to him now. I'm trying to get him.
Sure. So then the next,
and he was saying that you might have him blocked. That's why he can't see the live.
He still should be able to access it from yours. So what ended up happening is basically he hits me up one day randomly and says, yo, she's going into heat. And I don't have the money to pay the C-section. And because he had told me that it was going to be like 21 days from the date, because that's what his guy said or whatever. So he all of a sudden needs all this money, has the C-section. I send him some money, you know. He then hits me up and says that because it was an emergency section, it was an extra $300. I had not budgeted that, but I went ahead and, you know, told him, hey, spot it, and then I'll pay it back right away, which I did, you know. So we had the puppies, everybody's good. And then week 5, he hits me up saying one of the puppies is dying. Okay. And he starts asking me for more money because he needs to do like a vet thing and like an IV. And I'm like, bro, you've been whelping for how many years and you don't have a bag of fluids?
Right.
And that puppy died because it was dehydrated and there's no excuse for that. And I was like, you know, I'm going to just let that one go. Mistakes happen. And at that point, I reached out to 2 of my mentors, Groffline, Frenchie, Stephanie, and then also Fernando. I've bought dogs from both of them, and they're mentoring me in this. And they've told me the same thing. It's unacceptable. Ask for your dog back. And if he doesn't do it, to take him to court. And so basically from that moment on, he started telling me all these stories. He got in a car accident. He showed me pictures of that. I was like, you know what? Take the weekend. You got in a car accident. Then he's like, my car got impounded. I can't send you the money. I can't send you the money for the first puppy I sold. So he never even sent me the full amount for the first puppy he sold on a co-own with his grandfather. He sold that dog to his grandfather. He said he sent me $1,000 after me basically messaging him like multiple times a day for like almost a week straight. and then he still hasn't paid me the balance on that pup. And eventually, after a couple of weeks, I just, it becomes a headache. I don't like to chase my money down like that. Why would you want to have, somebody else's money in your bank
For
account?
sure.
So he started to make more excuses, saying he couldn't send the money on MoneyGram. He couldn't send the money because he had a limit on his Chime account. He couldn't Zelle because he didn't know how. And all I'm hearing is all these excuses about how I'm not getting paid. And then at the end of the day, I just get pissed and say, "Hey, bro, you know what? I just want my dog back. You're in breach of contract.
So
You did not honor this. So return the dog. I don't even care about the puppies and the litter. You
keep that.
take care of that. And I just want my dog back." And we go our separate ways.
So
if you don't,
it sounds like you guys have like kind of the same story. It's just it's just a disagreement on basically you guys on what to do with the dog and the situation because he got a pregnant dog. So I mean.
Sure.
I hear his side, and I was hearing it, just through him and not trying to listen to, his outside parties, but I was listening to, him and what he was saying. And then, I read your comments for sure. And it was just like, to me, if you guys just had one conversation to say, hey, well, what do you want to happen and what do you want to happen? I think that you guys would settle it just like that. I mean,
yeah, and I did. I that was the first thing I did when he told me the dog was pregnant. I offered him a full refund, $1,000, and for me to get my dog back. And he said no. He said he wanted to have the puppies.
Right.
So if he agreed to have the litter, then the contract's full force.
For sure.
And so that's how I thought it was going to go down. And then all of a sudden today, when I told him that I'm not going to sign over any AKC papers, I'm not going to do anything with him. I want my dog back. Then he comes with this new tune saying that he wants his 1,000 back and that he wants me to pay him a whelping fee. And I said, no, sir, we are going to court. And so that's when I really started hitting heavy on the court. Listen, I know the law in Virginia really well. And I've, as a business owner, I've had to take people to court before. I know the system. I don't have a problem drafting these documents. And then on top of that, I've already retained an attorney in Philadelphia who will be filing for me as well, unless he decides to return Penelope to me. Or, like the contract says, I purchased her for $6,500. He's already given me $1,000. I want another $5,500, and he can keep her. And she's a beautiful dog, and I'll sign over those AKC papers.
So
I bought her for $6,500, bro.
So let's say this. Let's say this, right? Let's say that on a wild note, right?
Okay.
Let's just say that you guys, come to an agreement to where, like you said, the money shit. It seems like that shit is like far fetched because the money thing is like way past. So it was like it's like, to me, you guys need to figure something out with the dog. And I know you could say, hey, I want the dog back. He could say, and I mean, people say this too, that, I got an attachment to the dog. My family has this, that, the third, even puppy situation. And, I could understand that fucked up shit he was saying about, the dogs and having them stolen and shit like that. I can see some of that type of shit happening because I've seen it happen before. I mean, I've seen it happen to people just trying to go sell a dog and, somebody trying to set them up just to rob and steal.
Well, and so my wife, so my wife told me, hey, Rene, before you jump to any conclusions, my wife was kind of like going for him and saying, hey, maybe he's telling the truth.
Yeah, give him a bit of
and I said, okay. So I said, okay, if that's the truth, can you at least give me the name of the officer? Can you at least give me a police case number? Because if anything, that litter is both of ours, and I deserve to know.
I can respect that too, but I'm going to tell you from a cultural thing, and depending on where he's at, that's not that. I mean, first of all, that's not something that he would want to advertise, and then that's something that he wouldn't want to even, like pass on to you to say that he doesn't want his name in any shit. Like, I mean, I understood what he was saying. Like, he was like, man, hey, somebody stole the dog.
So I'm a little confused, though. Let me tell you why I'm confused. Because he's the one who went live and started airing out all this stuff, not me.
For sure. No, I get that.
I didn't post anything. I wasn't going to post anything at all until he did. And when he did, I just felt like I needed to, defend my reputation too. But like a little bit about my background, I'm a minister of the gospel. I was a pastor for 10 years. I'm an honest person. I have a credit repair business. I've been doing that for years. I am a respectable person in the community. A simple Google search will show that. I have a following on it on Facebook. I'm an honest person, man. I do my best to make sure that I don't screw people over. And when I mess up, I own it. I made mistakes. I may have gotten heated and sent some text messages, and for that I apologize. I could have done better there. So I will take that. My other mistake was co-owning that dog for $1,000. That was a bad mistake. And like I said earlier, I'm never going to do anything like that again. But I had to learn, and that was just a rookie mistake for co-owning. But I think my contract is solid. I think that it will uphold, in court, and any judge is going to see, number one, he never even paid the full price for the first puppy. And even if the other 2 dogs were stolen, he still has another dog there at the house, another puppy that he hasn't sold. And, he's just, there's too many lies, which is why I don't want to do business with him.
It's just it's cover up over cover up.
Yeah.
Cover up over cover up.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's just, it doesn't feel right in my spirit. And, sometimes you just have to listen to the Holy Spirit inside you. And I talked to another business friend of mine and said, just end it and get your dog back, cut the losses on the puppies. Don't even worry about the puppy money. Just get your female back. And at this point, that's what I'm willing to do.
And I can give you like,
I'm not going to chase 250. Yeah. He's there on his Facebook Live saying all over 250. No, man, this is not over 250. This is over way more than 250, man. I'm losing out almost. I'm asking the courts for the dog back and for my profits, which is like $4,750.
Right.
So it's more than just $250 if we go to court. Do I want to go to court? Absolutely not. But will I? Absolutely. And any co-owner should be willing to enforce a contract.
Oh yeah.
And
I respect.
And
that.
One of the things that I did, when I had to shop around for an attorney, a lot of attorneys don't even take cases like this. But if you ever find yourself in a situation where you have to, go for the newer attorneys that are hungry and they want to go fight for it. But the hard part is also going to be, even if I do get a judgment, which I'm sure I will, is enforcing that. So I'm going to have to, number 1, garnish. Number 2, liens. Number 3, get the police involved and get my dog back. So I just feel like these things are hard. Collecting after a judgment is so difficult, and I've had to do it, with other business negotiations. And I don't like to sue people. I've only done this like 3 times in my entire life, and I'm 40 years old. So
I'm 40 as well.
It's not like I'm sue happy.
So let me ask you a question. Right? Okay. And this is gonna actually make you sleep a little better tonight, because you're actually gonna you're gonna have it on your mind, but you're gonna let it go to your heart, and then when you wake up in the morning, you're gonna simplify a decision. So the thing is that it's kind of like a two-way breakdown. So do you really want to go through all of this situation, no matter how long it's gonna take, and stress yourself out? I mean, that's number one. That's number one. And then number 2 is, why wouldn't you just say $1,000 a dog? And you cut your losses. No matter how much you tally it at, you cut your losses and say, hey, you know what? Hey, he don't have any paperwork. I don't even have to socialize with this guy no more. I don't never have to see him. I don't never have to even be a part of anything that he has going on. And guess what? It cost me just a few thousand, and it's over with. You get what I'm saying? Yeah.
So I think it's a matter of the principle, not so much the money. So I don't have a problem going to court. Like, sure. I don't have a problem doing that, because I know, after discussing it with 2 or 3 attorneys, that they said that I have a winning case.
No, for sure.
And so so I feel like it is worth going to court if necessary. If it takes a couple months to get the dog back, that's fine. The dog is registered in my name, AKC and FCI, because the dog came from Europe. The dog is microchipped in my name. So at the point I have a judgment and a court order, then I can just get the police to go pick up the dog. So I'm not worried about it. But I don't want to go down that route. I would love to settle this
man to man,
like gentlemen.
Yeah, for sure.
And
like
so,
man. and just tell him, hey,
so
look, let's
that's my hope. That's my hope today, that he would see that I wouldn't have had to go and blast him, but he tried to blast me, and I think it's not okay that I lost the whole litter basically, but a grand.
shout out to
You know,
Mark 33rd. This is what I do in mid too. When somebody comments, for sure. I seen your other comment too, Mark. But shout out Mark 33rd. Appreciate your comment. But I like for you to read that too, because we like to give feedback to just to our viewers.
so yes. So in Virginia and Pennsylvania, a dog is actually considered property. I don't know if you guys knew that.
Appreciate it.
So, which I thought was weird. I thought it was going to be like a child or something like custody, but no, man. In Virginia, a pet is considered property. And if you go, actually, Mark, if you go over to my page, if you look in the stories, you can actually see the affidavit that I will attach to the warrant in debt, and also the warrant in debt new, which is a civil document. By the way, it's not like a warrant like you're going to get arrested. That's just what it's called in Virginia, a warrant in debt. And so an affidavit that if he does not show up to court in Virginia, the judge will give me a default judgment.
Yeah,
and with that default judgment, I can go ahead and take that default judgment to Philadelphia and collect my dog, and then begin the proceeds of collecting funds. Now, I'm not trying to collect funds. Like I said, I'm willing to cut the funds, the money out of it if he just returns the dog, and I feel that's me meeting him halfway. So if he returns the dog, I'm willing to drop the court stuff. I'm willing to not even pursue and lose the money from the litter. I don't know if the dogs got stolen. I don't know what he's going to do with the puppy he still has. There's a male Merle that he still has. I don't know if he's going to sell that dog for $2,000 and make some money.
Somebody tag Fat Teeth so we can try to see if we can get him in here. If y'all want to learn how to spell it, FAT.TEEF. Somebody tag Fat Teeth.
So I want to talk about one more thing too.
Go ahead.
It just wasn't me trying to talk to him, but I actually reached out to his girlfriend too, Gianna, and asked him to talk to him, and she got really mad over another situation. We talked about the dead puppy that dehydrated. So there's a guy in Baltimore.
Appreciate that, Mark.
There's a guy in Baltimore who's owed a $500 deposit, which I never saw. And I think it's the right thing. The honorable thing to do is to pay him, because he's clearly not going to get that puppy because it died. And so what Fat Teeth did instead was delete the post, and then block him. And I didn't think that was cool.
It's not. If some people do get aggressive, but I don't know how long he's been breeding. I really haven't checked his profile or anything like that. That's what I kind of wanted to break ways with you guys tonight, and kind of get to know you guys. You know what I'm saying, on the next level too, and see how long everything's been going on. But I mean, as far as with me, all deposits are non-refundable. And I let that be known very, very clearly throughout the door.
I don't know if he communicated that. So was he even willing to transfer that deposit to another male or something? Another thing too.
I do that for my own self. I either do that, or I give him credit for a stud or something like that.
That works. But he didn't even do that, and that kind of bothered me because my name's attached to him now. So I thought it would be honorable for him to make that relationship repaired. And I am going to ask him to do that. It's just the right thing to do, the honorable thing to do. Exactly. Transfer to the next litter.
Yeah,
that would have been great.
Yeah.
So we would have the next breeding I would have had lined up, which I'm not going to do with Latif, is Sugar Daddy from Groffline Frenchies will be bred to Penelope. That litter was going to be full fluffies, Isabella's beautiful litter. Those pups were going to go for minimum $5,000 each. And when I mentioned that to him, he said, well, people here aren't going to pay that. And I said, well, then maybe we part ways, because I'm not going to sell quality dogs like that on the cheap.
He said you have him blocked on this one, so he ain't going to be able to get in.
Okay. Maybe if I get off for a second and then unblock him, he'll be able to get back on.
Okay.
You want to try that?
Yeah, we can try that.
All right. I'm going to try that right now, okay?
I'll stay on. You go ahead and kick out, and then I'll stay on and, request you to back in.
Sounds good.
And I'll try to get Fat Teeth in here.
Or you know what? How about this? How about you hear his story, let him talk, and then afterwards, we both come on, because I'm sure he has a lot to say too, and that way I'll go ahead and hop on once he's shared his story, and then we can have a discussion and try to figure this
Okay.
out.
Okay.
All right, cool. All right, sounds good. I'm gonna go and block him right now.
All right. All
Okay.
right, for sure. Yeah, I think he had him blocked, Mark, because they was going back and forth. But Rene got his other personal page too, because I follow him on both. Yeah, he said he gonna jump off, and we gonna try to get Fat Chief. We're gonna try to get him in. But yeah, I mean, whew, I ain't gonna even lie. That's some shit, man. That's some shit. I would want them shit. He said he's unblocked. Okay, Fat Teeth, what's popping, man? Renee was just popping his shit, man, telling his story and shit. I mean, if you want to get on, you can get on, and what I'm saying, you could. I mean, I heard most of everything, you know what I'm saying. But if you want to listen to him, you know what I'm saying, go ahead, put your comment down, brother, and shit, cause he trying to kind of like settle this shit too out of the leeway. I understand. Y'all can't take back all the bullshit that y'all, you know what I'm saying, that he say shit. Y'all can't take none of that shit back. So, you know what I'm saying? Hey, fuck all that. He said, Mark say, no, we gotta squabble up. Hey, I'm saying, hey, look, this the type of platform that I got. See, mind you, I wish I could have y'all as guests side by side right here. You know what I'm saying? Call y'all in and really handle this shit like gentlemen, and you know what I'm saying, and pop y'all shit, man. Because mind you, I mean, you got to think about it. And I just posted this shit like yesterday. You know what I'm saying? The African American hand and a lighter skinned hand. You got to understand. You know what I'm saying? A brown hand and a lighter brown hand or a tan hand. Y'all gotta understand. Hey, hand in hand, shit, motherfucker gotta come together. So it don't matter what the fuck going on, man. Shit, hey, look, the platform is built right here just to try to see if y'all could goddamn it settle things and make shit on a better note. You know what I'm saying? Because it'll be a great mediation. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I want to let y'all brothers know, shit. Hey, man, listen. I ain't gonna tell either one of y'all what to do and what not to do. You know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all grown in the motherfucker, man. Make them decisions. But shit, man, hey, make the right one, man. Good motherfucker. Hey, that shit count, bro. What bro, yeah. Yeah. And I mean shit, hey, for sure, hey, all we gotta do is shit, tap in with one another. Hey, motherfucker gonna help you win. I ain't even gonna lie. Shit, hey, I got a team behind me. I built my own team from the mud. You know what I'm saying? This is years of work. But I'm gonna tell you just like this. Hey, I told Renee, hey, look, I told Renee just like this, man. If it take that amount of money or whatever shit to get you gone, it's cool. Go. I ain't stopped paying my bills, so it ain't fucked me up. I'm finna tap you in, Renee. I think Chief he gonna hear you out. All right, all right.
I'm back.
All
He's
right, all
unblocked.
right, all right. Yeah, he came in. He tapped in. I think he's just gonna observe and let you get your story off.
Sure, sure. And will you be turning this into a highlight or a reel?
Oh yeah, for
Okay,
sure.
good. So that way everybody can hear, my side of the story. So,
Casey,
yeah.
what's
So
up?
ask some questions, and definitely I'll answer. So I don't know how far back you want me to go.
So I mean, where I want you to tap in is to be honest. Um where can this be settled on your behalf as a gentleman to bring him and say, hey, look, hey, this is what I'm asking from you. If you can make this possible, inbox me and let's figure something out right now. You know what I mean? And, hey, and just get this
Absolutely.
shit out. Just get
So
this shit out the way.
I'm willing to forego the rest of the profits on the litter, including the Merle male that he has for sale for 2,500. So he could keep that puppy. and I just get my female back. Or if he wants to keep her, then he can pay me $5,500 for her, which is $1,000 less than what's listed on the contract.
Okay. That I mean, 1,000 cut even after all of the dilemma and shit. I would take that. Now there's gonna be a question of asked too. I'm a real person, man. You know, I don't want to use too much profanity. I do cuss a lot, but you know, you said you are a brother of the ministry. My father was a pastor, to be honest
Cool.
with you.
Cool.
But I just got a foul mouth. I mean,
That's okay.
That's
I can take it, bro. I've heard worse.
So, you know, my thing with you guys is that the question is going to be, hey, what can I get you payment? And then the next thing is going to be, how can a motherfucker pay you, you know, saying in payments and it be respected as saying you're not going to harass him if he a day or two late. Hey, look, you said you was going to pay me on this day. You know what I'm saying? Come with it, bro.
Sure.
You going back to the same bullshit.
Sure. Like I said, you know, it was like one cover up after the other, like I was explaining earlier, one excuse after the other. And you know, some of it was legit. Like he sent me a picture of he got in a car accident. He told me he was in the hospital with a blood clot in his leg. I told him, bro, okay, take the weekend. You know, I'll respect that. But then it was another cover up. Then it was another thing and another thing, and there was a pattern. And then it was he couldn't get it on his Cash App. He couldn't get it on his Chime. He was trying to get his cousin to send it to me. You know, there was all this like all these things happening, and I just felt like he was being dishonest. There was like it was more than a coincidence. It was one thing after the other, and he couldn't pay me. Now I'm willing to forego, you know, any money that he owes me, as long as he returns Penelope to me.
Basically.
And that way, I just want my dog back. If he doesn't, then yeah, we're going to court, you know, and then I will pursue, you know, what's rightfully mine, including the profits from the litter. And if he's going to say that the dogs were stolen, then I'm sure that, you know, Philadelphia Municipal Court will be able to investigate and find out if that's the truth. And if it is, then I'm sorry. The last thing I would want, and like I agree with Latif on this statement. He said the dogs don't matter, his family does. Absolutely. I absolutely, his family, his own well-being, absolutely. I think that comes first. And if he was robbed today and those two puppies were taken and he was, then you know what? I get it. And I'm even willing to cut that as a loss, as long as he can provide some kind of proof. You know what I mean? Because, you know, he's like saying I'm money hungry. No, I just want what's mine, man. I want you to honor the contract. I want you to be a man of your word. You know, let your yes be yes and your no be no.
Yeah, no.
And
for sure.
So that's kind of where I'm at, you know. I think that at the end of the day, also I'm willing to remove any kind of posts that I've posted on my stories and on my Instagram and my other platforms, as long as he's willing to do the same. And we can be people who aren't being like, you know, so airing our dirty laundry, I guess, is how I think about it.
Yeah.
Why do that? Why?
Yeah.
You know, it's distasteful. You know what I mean? This could have been something that could have been settled, you know, without having to
over FaceTime between you two.
Yeah.
Over FaceTime.
I don't know why he went live and started posting all these screenshots. And also I do apologize. I do apologize, Latif. Some of those text messages I sent you were a little bit rude. Yeah.
Latif, if you listening, hear him out, man. What you saying now?
Yeah, I'm apologizing if some of those text messages were a little bit, you know, forceful. And I mean, I don't think I didn't threaten him at all. I said I was coming to get my dog, but I never said I was going to roll up and, you know, do something dumb, you know?
Oh, yeah. He said you was going to lace up your shoes.
No, I never wrote that. I don't even talk like that, bro. I don't even talk like that. I said I was coming to get my dog and I was going to bring a couple of my friends with me. Okay. That's all I said. And you know what? That was a little bit too aggressive. That doesn't at all mean I was trying to hurt him or that I was going to, you know, do anything
to be
violent or anything like that. I was not being aggressive like that. No. But I just want my dog, man.
Do you understand like where he's from and his background or anything like that?
Man, you know, yes and no. He's in Philly. He's in Philly, bro, and I'm in Washington D.C. So no.
I've been to both.
I mean, both. It's the same thing, man. It's the same thing.
And I mean,
so I'm not gonna, you know, and we come from different. I'm Spanish.
For sure.
and you know he's black, but you know what, man? It's not about the culture. We all bleed red.
Mhm.
We're men. I mean, he's young. He's 23. I'm 40. You know, I've been through more things in life than he has.
So
I've been through more
you were looking
disputes.
at this also as a
As
possible
a bit,
mentorship for yourself as
yeah,
well. Okay.
yeah. I'm trying to grow in this. Like, let me tell you something. To Frenchies, I'm new breeding, but to breeding, I'm not
Mhm.
new. I used to breed Catahoulas, which is like actually a hunting dog in Louisiana and Texas.
Mark, you
I bred
crazy.
those. Yeah, I bred English hounds because I live right close to West Virginia. You know, for bear hunting. I know how to breed dogs. I know a lot about dogs, but the Frenchies, it caught me, and I was like, man, I want to learn. You know, because I saw, number one, just how beautiful the breed was, and number two, the benefits, the financial benefits of it as well. So, but I didn't get into the Frenchie game just to make money quick. You know,
No, for
I
sure.
got into the Frenchie
A lot
game
of
to
people say
improve the breed.
that though. A lot of people
Yeah,
say they don't get into it, but
they do.
I
Yeah,
mean, see,
like my program, I have a vision for my program.
okay.
Is I want to produce pinks that are, you know, fluffy. And
Mhm.
you know what? I got my first pink female right here.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I got her from Fernando. So she's a beautiful
We'll talk about her
caramel
DNA
pink.
too when
So
you get a chance.
yeah,
We'll talk about it, some of their DNA when you get a chance.
yep, yep. So
We'll talk about that.
you know, and it's it's just a beautiful life. You know, the Frenchie world. I've just fallen in love with the breed,
You
and I fallen in love with improving
you
it.
seem like a real humble guy. You seem like a real real calm fella.
Thank you.
And I mean I do honestly think that Teeth is listening and he hear the humbleness. You know, I mean, and he heard your apology. You know, so I mean that's live. I mean, we can't take that shit back. So I mean, my thing is that on an honest level, I see you guys really hashing it out because I mean, I think that he might want to keep the female. I mean, which would I mean, it's only like you said. It's only fair, but it's only fair that you get part of what you asking for. Hey, look, keep the proceed. You made money, but still, hey,
You know what?
just still pay me.
I'm going to do something else. I'm going to do something even more humble. You ready for this?
I'm listening.
All right, all right. Latif,
Fat
this is
Teeth listening. Fat Teeth,
listen.
tap in.
You know, I said 5,500, right?
You sure did.
4,000 by Friday. 4,000 by Friday, and you can keep her.
Man,
That's as low as I'm going.
yeah.
I'm just trying to bless the brother, you know, because if I get Penelope back, I got to see how she's going to do with my other females. If they fight, then I'm probably going to honestly. I'm gonna,
back in the same situation.
well, not really. I'm going to send her to my mom's,
Okay.
and my mom will be my co-own, right? So, so, but let me tell you, man, like Penelope was my favorite Frenchie,
Mhm.
you know, and you know, it's kind of a little bit of a joke, but like, and I got a story behind why I like Penelope.
Okay,
So,
let's hear it.
all right. So, unfortunately, in 2013, my younger sister Irene passed away. Right? It was
Sorry to hear
unexpected.
that.
Yeah, but she's with the Lord, and well, my sister and I, you know, we always make jokes because that's how we deal with our grief, right? Well, when we first got Penelope, my sister said, "Hey, look, it's Irene. She came back. She came back." You know, and it was funny. Everybody thought it was hilarious. So we would always have that joke in our family, and we always said that one day after all the puppies were born and she did her 4 litters, that we would just go ahead and give her to my mom.
Mhm.
You know, so yeah, I think
you
yeah. So
you parted with her on the
I did part with her on a co-own. Yeah, I did, but you know, I just thought I was in a rough situation at the moment because Penelope did get aggressive with my other females. I have another lilac and tan named Lucy. I mean, y'all can see all my dogs on my Instagram. But at the end of the day, you know, if he wants her, if he,
so why not get rid of Lucy?
why not
Why
what?
not get rid of Lucy at the time instead of Penelope?
At the because that's my wife's dog, and my wife said no. Yeah, man. That was our first Frenchie. Lucy was my first Frenchie, and then there was Winston, and then there was Penelope,
Okay.
and then there came Esmeralda, which is my pink, And here in a couple of days, I'm picking up a new dog that I just bought from Groffline Frenchies called Sugar Daddy. Because she has baby daddy. Now I got Sugar Daddy.
And see,
So,
hey, this was, this is my thing too, and this is I like touching base on this because I keep myself in tune with the same notion. If a person has not stopped me from paying my bills, no matter what the principle is, because I know me, and I know me per se, especially if I would have did a co-own in another state. I did a co-own, and I'm in the Chicagoland area.
okay.
So I did a co-own with a buddy on the other side of Chicago, and I'm on one side of Chicago, and it still didn't work out. I mean, and the crazy part about it is that I respected the contract, and he didn't want to respect the contract. But at the end of the day, I let him know at the end of the day, hey man, this whatever we can do to figure it out, we're gonna figure it out. But we ain't gotta fuck with each other after this. You know what I mean?
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I told him. Like, hey, after we figure it out, once we figure it out together, let's figure it out right now. And you know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk it out. We're gonna talk this shit out because I'm a different person.
Yeah. So I tried to talk it out with him, with Latif, and he straight up said he wanted $1,000 back, and he wanted me to pay him a whelping fee.
Okay.
I thought that's outrageous.
But
number one, he let it.
Were you going to receive a pup back with that?
No.
So it was just
because two of them were stolen. Female. Two of them were stolen. One of them was sold. The other one's there, a male or female. I don't know what it is. And then the other one died. So it was a litter of 5. So no, I told him, bro, you breached the contract. So I just want my female back. You can sell the puppy. You can make another $2,500. I mean, Latif moves puppies left and right, because he's an expert at selling to pet homes. He should not have a problem making $2,000, with this puppy. So you know what? He can walk away with some money. He has that co-own already, that female that he co-owns with his grandpa. I'll make an amendment to the co-own that I currently have with him and his grandpa, where I'm completely no longer part of that. And he can have that female. Bro, I'm trying to meet him halfway. I'm trying.
Shit right now.
But you know what? He's not willing to budge, and that's why I feel like I'm gonna have to go to court. And if I do, like I already got a quote, it's gonna be an extra $2,500 for the legal fees, and I'll have to front that, and I'm willing to. So, but then that will be also according to the contract.
It's gonna be
according to the contract. Whoever wins has to pay that.
Right.
So, I mean, that's a risk for him. I don't want to go to court. I just want my female back. But if he can't, do that, then hey, if you're attached already to her, bro, I get it. So $4,000. $4,000.
I ain't gonna lie. Hey, I definitely dig everything.
Do you think I'm being fair? Can you be honest with me?
You being over fair. You being over fair. You being too nice.
Okay.
That's why I say.
I just want people to know my reputation because
that's great.
I want to be a person who's honorable. I want to have from the very get-go, when someone's going to smear my name, man, I'm going to kill them with kindness. But after this, Latif and I are going to part ways, and I will never sell him a dog again. And he can go on his corner. And I can, because there's just, for me, it wasn't even about the puppies. I saw some character issues. There was too many cover-ups, and that was the big red flag for me. And I don't do business with people who are like that. No offense. Hopefully he grows from this. This is a great character growing moment for Latif because he's 22, 23. There was times when I lied, and one day I decided to stop lying and be an honest person, and I changed my character. There's things now that I'm still working on as a 40-year-old to improve my character.
Oh yeah,
but at least I have the humility to admit when I make mistakes, and I own them. And so I think that's what is going to separate the men from the boys. You're going to have the humility, to make things right, and to take a loss too. So I'll be taking a loss. I've already communicated what I'm willing to take a loss as far as I'm willing to take a loss, and I'm being way too nice.
Yeah.
I hope that he can meet me and either pay the $4,000 or return the dog, and we can meet somewhere public. We can meet I trust Latif. I don't think he's gonna, do anything wrong. Like I met him the first time at a Starbucks.
Right.
Inside the Starbucks. First thing he did was hand me $1,000. I was like, okay, this is a stand-up dude. So,
right. I
I'm
mean,
willing to
I
meet him at
mean,
that same Starbucks,
and you know what? I mean, this is what I can't lie about, man.
Well,
And
one more thing
this is
before. So he's going to say I don't have 4K, right? Because that's probably what he's going to say. He's going to say I just got in a car accident. I just lost my car. But his girlfriend just is about to get her tax return. She's getting like 8K back. That's what he said. So you know what? It's tax return time. So if he wants that dog, he can take 4K from his girlfriend's tax return
Tax is bitch.
and pay me.
how you gonna take 4K from his
Well, that's
girl?
his girl. They have a child together, man.
You couldn't even get your wife to let go of her dog. How you gonna get?
But you know what, bro?
Hey,
I've been married for 17 years.
congratulations.
Thank you.
For sure.
So he's been with her for like 2 or 3 years. So, and I didn't like that he started talking about other things, man. Like on his live, he was like, he asked me to promote his credit repair business. So what?
Right.
Lots of people need credit repair, especially in today's economy.
I mean, networking is the key.
Exactly. So why is he even saying that?
I mean,
I don't get it.
I came and asked you guys to be on my podcast. I mean, and mind you, because I wanted to find a resolution.
Yeah, I want a resolution too, bro. I'm willing to hop on here and do a resolution, and I appreciate you being willing to help me negotiate this. So hopefully we come out to a resolution and I can get this.
Appreciate it.
Shout out to David Hubbard. He is here in Winchester, one of my friends, and also I'm part of the chess club here, the Shenandoah Valley Chess Club, and so I'm thinking strategically here and tactically. So that's why I hopped on here today.
Okay.
Just wanted to point that out.
No, that's I mean, you know what? To me, like I was gonna say, man, it seems like you got a great deal of character, man. And I mean, you don't meet a lot of people like you. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, like I told you, I mean, you being a whole hell of a lot nice. And I mean, not to say that you be like you being too nice. It's just that too nice to say that, hey, look, I want to get it done and over with. Come on, hey, let's just meet me so we can get this shit done and over with, bro.
Yep.
Come on, you know what I mean? Like, which is cool. You know what I mean? And see, in my level, like I told you, I mean, I would have waved the shit off, but I mean, when I say, hey, he would have been banned on every social media platform, I would have reached for him on that type of level because especially if he would have went live. But that's just me. But see, I'm gonna tell you the type of person that I am. I don't inflict drama, and I don't create it, and I don't look for it. So therefore, I don't attract it. And this was weird about me. I don't attract drama. I'm a quiet person. But I love this shit here. This is my platform, and I use it for my dogs. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is a dog platform, and this was dog business. So I mean, my thing is, I don't like to cause drama. I want to alleviate drama. That's what I want to do right now because I mean, and when I look forward, I said, I mean, like I say, and I even read some of the comments that you was even leaving to. I mean, even on his last live. I mean, and you were upset. Which is understandable. Both of you guys are upset. But for y'all to come to a conclusion would be the best thing. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the best thing because mind you, neither one of you guys, you know what I'm saying, want to deteriorate your business by exhausting energy on this level or on this level, and it's not positive energy. If you're wasting a whole lot of negative energy on bullshit, especially in the dog game, hey, how you gonna be cordial and positive around your dog? How you gonna go to a dog show and actually feel comfortable? You gonna feel like people looking at you, staring at you, talking about you, whispering about you. That shit is real life. So you got to understand. When I seen you guys on the live, man, I picked and chose, and I mean, maybe, hey, it could have been God. Like I told you, my father was a pastor, so you know what I'm saying. Maybe it could have been God that told me to reach out to y'all, but at the same time, it could have been bully God. It could have been anything.
Absolutely. So you mentioned earlier about talking about dogs. So like, if you don't mind, I wanted to talk a little bit about my dogs and my plans.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
one second, real quick. I also wanted to let you know that, and put this out there, before we go further. You have not belittled that man or talked down on him this entire conversation. I mean, not that you could or should or would. It's just that you haven't. You got the platform right now. You could bash somebody. You could, you know what I'm saying? You could say what, you know what I'm saying, what they really did behind closed doors, but you didn't enclose any of that. So, I mean, I respect that. And I mean, that's why I say, you haven't you haven't given him any reason on my level right now for understand. You haven't given any reason to not really fuck with you and try to come to some reasonable situation or conclusion to what you guys got going on. But I mean, with that being said, go ahead. Let me hear what you got
Yeah,
going on with your dog.
so Picota Frenchies, my last name is Picota, clearly.
Okay.
So, I mean, my wife and I own this, and I say that because she takes care of the dogs during the day. I got to give props where it's due.
You guys LLC up?
Yep.
Okay.
And so I have plans on producing quality pinks, fluffy Isabellas that carry pink, Merles that carry pink, Kois that carry pink. And so I have a couple of upcoming breedings, so Princess and Caramello, I co-own Princess with somebody else here, my friend JT. And we'll be having that litter here in the next month. So that will produce some visual pinks that carry fluffy. In fact, Princess is
You say you
also
had a pink, right? A pink female, right?
Yeah, so I have a pink female too named Esmeralda. Let me get her here. Esmeralda.
She fluffy carrier?
She's a fluffy carrier.
Okay. So how'd they create her? Did they go to the pink or pink?
Yeah, so Caramello is a pink from he's actually a caramel pink.
Oh.
From Fernando, and he bred her to Princess. And then I bought that pup for $5K, and then I just fell in love with Esmeralda. And so I was like, I'm going to buy Princess with a stud credit.
Pink fluffy carrier?
Yeah, so she's here, and I got a great deal on her.
She's looking like. I might see what she's looking like.
So she's on there pinned. I also just bought a stud from Stephanie, so Sugar Daddy. So he's going to have an intro rate of $1,500 for first 5 spots, and but I'm not ready to open him up yet. I'm actually picking him up on the 12th. Well, Stephanie's coming to DC for that, so I'll have a new stud there, and then I'm thinking about Bangkok from Dion, and those will be my my 2 studs.
Who you taking to that caramel pink?
Well, my next litter is going to be actually the coldest. You guys seen the coldest out there?
Yeah.
That Rojo. Yeah. So that's. I haven't locked in yet. But I'm going to.
He partnered up with 88 Frenchies on that one.
Yeah. So I'm going to lock in.
I know a lot of shit.
Yeah.
I know a lot of shit.
I'm going to be locking in very soon to do that. So come here, girl.
Okay.
See if she comes. All right, I got her.
Yeah. See, I got a fluffy carrying pink
Here she is.
carrying litter on the finna drop on the ground. Yeah, I like her.
She's super tiny.
How old is she?
She's 1.5. And then I have Lucy here. She's my lilac and tan carrying fluffy. And she is 3. And so she goes back to Polar Junior.
Okay.
So now that dog that Latif is ashamed of, the stud to Penelope's litter, is Winston.
Yeah.
Right here.
You brought him
nice
the snorkeler. The snorkeler.
Yeah. And he's just a standard Merle carrying testable and no fluffy. He's standard. Nothing wrong with him. He goes back to Mr. Gray and Lambo. He's a good dog.
Okay.
So that's my wife's pet. And but yeah, man, that's where I'm at right now. I'm excited to really lay a foundation, keep some females back. Downstairs, I have a litter. I have a litter downstairs too.
Over there, man. You got some over there, man.
I got some pups on the ground right now too that are 6 weeks old. I'll be producing them or posting them here shortly, but they are going to be from Winston.
Okay.
And from Esmeralda. So all the pups are going to carry pink. They have.
What?
Yeah, they're all
pink Merle?
Well, the pink Merle already sold because it was a small litter. But I do have 2 platinum males carrying pink, and they may be Merle underneath the platinum. I got to do a DNA test, and they may carry testable. And then I have a female that's black and tan carrying pink, super tiny, and And so I do have those, but I'll be posting those later, in the next week or two. And those start at three.
When you ready to post, man.
Yeah. And those will be at
hey.
3K, and the males and the females 35. So great prices, great ticket on those. And yeah, man. I mean, I just want to produce amazing pups, man. That's my heart, and I want to improve pink. There's a lot of pink stuff out there that's weird,
It is.
So
it is.
Yeah, so I want to have quality, and that's why I picked up the little female. She's so tiny. Look at her.
Yeah,
She's so tiny.
Hey,
Yeah.
and that's who just had that litter.
Yeah, yeah. So she just had that litter, but wait until y'all see the coldest litter with her. That's gonna be fire. I'm excited.
When did you get her from Fernando?
Like 6 months ago.
I knew it, man. Hey, I missed out on that one, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
she's super nice.
I seen what he had, and you know what? I was looking for specifics at the time, and you know what, man? Shout out to my boy Rocky and Stu, man. I locked in a boy for this year. Hey, we kind of sneak peeked it yesterday when we were on live, but I ain't gonna leak it just yet until I lock in and I do that breeding. But I got one that I just did. I'm not sure if you heard of him, but Myra and Joe out in Cali, they got Pink Poncho.
Okay,
that's who I just went to. Yeah, I just went to him, so I will have a full fluffy carrying litter with pink carriers. Oh yeah, it's going crazy.
So here, Lucy is Lilac and Tan carrying Fluffy, and I haven't locked in yet, but I'm going to. NBA Young Koi.
Oh, Young Koi, Young Koi.
Yeah, I'm gonna breed her when she comes into heat in 2 months. That's my plans for her.
Ooh.
So,
you know what? Hey, you might need to holler at my boy Rocky, man, and look at his boy Fury, man. He EA carrying everything, man.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited. I'm excited to really get into the kois, and then there's one more. This one will come in September or October with Lucy. My friend Franco in England, he has promoted this velvet called Don Suave, and I locked in on him. But Don Suave had a litter, and he kept back this dog named Stax.
Does your female carry pie?
No.
Oh, see that's why it's not going to hit on that koi. If she go just to a husky boy.
Well, hold on.
No koi.
Hold on. So Stax is I believe he's a husky.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna Princess. We talked about Princess, the black and tan carrying pink, Esmeralda's mom. I'm gonna breed Stax, that velvet, to her. So I'll get pink velvets or pink testables carrying pink. Wait, I said that wrong.
Yeah.
Velvets carrying pink and testable. Okay. So that'll be coming in the September. So those are going to be real nice too. So, when I'm learning too, I'm learning as starting out, everybody's like, okay, two Frenchies that are females and a male, right? But once your program grows and you live in a normal size house like mine, 2,500 square feet, how do you do it? And so, these are the conversations that I'm having, and that's why I was so open to co-owning females.
It's easy to do it. It's easy to do it, man. When I tell you it's so easy to do it, you would just have to. You would have to have a lot more time on your hands at home, though. If you work from home,
and I do,
you can make shit happen. I can show you. I could show you a setup.
I was thinking about getting like a 20 by 20 shed and then remodeling it. No,
you can keep them all in house. You can do everything in house and build you a small. Hey, look.
I got a big basement. I got a big basement.
Then why say less then? Hey, listen, I had a basement and I had 22 dogs down there. I had my kennels and everything. Mind you, I had pups down there. I had a whole setup. It was a whelping. Everything was down there. So mind you, man, I had that. And when I say everything was in place where it needed to be, but I mean, I never used to keep all my dogs in their kennels. Like all their doors used to stay open. They were able to go outside. When I told them to come up and come outside, they went outside. It was beautiful. I mean, I had some big kennels for I had standards. I had micros, I had nanos, and then I got into the Frenchies, and then I had a Rottweiler. So I had so much shit calculating, but now, shit, man, it's all about the Frenchie, man. Hey, I dropped everything. Craig's in trouble, man. I'm all about the Frenchie game now.
Well, I want to show you guys the puppies. I mean, I talked.
Oh yeah, bring them on. Bring
So
them
I got
on.
them right here. All right.
And
Go ahead and
6 months, right? Or
6 weeks.
6 weeks. 6 weeks.
So this, I'll show you the Merle first.
And it's the pink, right?
These all carry pink.
Ooh, man.
He's already sold.
Man.
So let me put.
Oh,
look at this.
Man,
look at this.
Fair, that's a beautiful boy right there. That's a beautiful boy for sure.
So he's platinum carrying pink, possibly testable.
Platinum?
Platinum, bro.
Oh yeah. Hey, he's nice.
This is right here's the other one. Another male that's white or platinum carrying pink, possibly testable, possibly Merle. I gotta DNA test them.
Oh yeah, got to, man.
My little female. Wait until you guys see this female, y'all. This female's fire. Y'all ready?
Hell yeah. Oh man. Oh yeah. And they're all tiny as shit.
Yep.
Damn.
So she's available for 4K. Carries pink. Beautiful dog. Look how tiny she is.
Oh man.
So she's just like Esmeralda, the mom. So
oh my
beautiful.
goodness. Man.
So one more time, here they are.
That's a beautiful female. Golly, man. Tap in, man. Wow.
So this is my first Frenchie litter. Besides the one with Latif, yeah.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Well, congratulations on that, man. You doing good. All right, so how many did you have in the litter?
In this litter, it was 6. And then I told you that my friend JT and his wife Abby, they're whelpers, so they whelped the litter for me. But unfortunately, 2 didn't make it. But still got 4, you know.
Oh man,
so,
that's a bummer. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. That's a big bummer.
But though it was, they were just so tiny, you know. And
I mean, well, I mean, I could say that, but I mean, I'm gonna tell you this: the tiny ones are the ones that I watch.
Yep.
I have a different whelping system, and I haven't lost any puppies since I started my new whelping system the way I have it, and it's all about time.
Well, I want to learn. Well, listen. So I have them that they whelp the puppies for I think until week 4, and then that's when I pick them up. Mm-hmm. So then I put them on the mush, and you know.
I usually do till week 3. I do mush, and then if they're not taking all the way by the end of week 3 to 4, that's when I keep them, you know, the whole week 4.
So
but,
for mush, I've been using this right here.
Hold on, let me see. I got something for that. No,
I've been using that.
Put that bag up again. Put that bag up again. That's what he's using for mush, guys.
Is it bad? Is it good?
That shit, man, I would have never used that.
No, tell me why.
Hey, see, if I tell you what I use for mush, it would like scare you, man.
Okay.
So, number 1, I use raw. That's
okay.
First and foremost, I start them off on raw because naturally, what is
like ground beef?
It could be ground beef. It could be, some ground beef, liver, shit like that. It could be, as long as you chop it up really fine. You have to puree it.
So I use it pureed in the blender, and then I also put it with some kibble.
You can do it with kibble too, but I'm gonna tell you like this: For starters, when you start off on you know, just on mush, you to me, I don't start. I start with the raw because what you want to impact, you want to impact a natural setting for those puppies. That's what they
Okay.
do. They go into a natural setting. The natural setting for dogs, they eat meat. They eat raw meat. That is a natural setting for a dog. They eat raw meat. That if they were in the wild, if they were eating, they would eat a rabbit. They would eat a squirrel. They eat raw meat. So therefore, they eat livers. They eat everything. They eat the kidneys. So that's what I go with. So you get you some raw. Wow. But my extra ingredients and shit like that, we have to talk
Okay.
1-on-1. You had to hit me
Sounds
up
good.
and ask for my ingredients.
Yeah.
But
So
I'm gonna tell you my natural setting is
yeah.
just raw.
So one of the things that when I was breeding other breeds, so when I was doing the Catahoulas and the English Hounds,
Hmm.
I would just use Purina Puppy Chow and water
Yeah, I mean
for mush,
that.
and they did
I mean
fine.
that's a basic setting. I mean
Yeah.
that's just basic
And then some
for
people use
somebody.
Dine. Some people put Dine in their food, and I'm like, I'm not a fan of the Dine, to be honest.
Why?
It just seems like I don't know, like there's better options,
You know what? I mean, I'm gonna tell
and
you
that's
like this, man.
why
With
like I went with the what I'm using now because it's all like natural ingredients. It's chicken. It's but I
okay,
guess to each their
is
own.
is there a chicken in the bag?
It says there is.
But it's powder, ain't it?
Yeah, it's
Okay,
powder.
but it ain't no chicken in the bag, so it's not a natural
No.
ingredient.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
So mind you,
Sure.
if you took chicken and you literally and you took chicken and you cut it up and you got it off the bone and you pureed that chicken and then you put it in their bowl and you put whatever mush or whatever you wanted to with it and you did that, then guess what? That will be natural chicken. You get
I
what I'm
agree.
saying?
I agree.
So
And you give me something to think about, and I'll consider that
yeah,
as soon as I'm done using all my
I mean,
my
look,
stuff. So
you could use that, but I'm gonna tell you like this, right? Whatever's working for you works for you. Don't let anybody ever change your fucking program,
yeah,
bro. Whatever works for you works for you. But
yeah.
what
And
you
I'm
do,
experimenting too still, since again it's my first Frenchie
hey,
litter.
you'll start to learn every
Yeah,
time because
yeah,
you'll talk to other breeders
yeah.
and you'll be like,
Exactly.
well, what do you feed your dog? Oh, you feed your dog that $85 bag for all of those dogs? Oh, that's pretty
Yeah.
crazy. Oh, well, my bag costs
So
$40.
so I was talking to Stephanie from Groffline Frenchies, and she was telling me sports mix from Tractor Supply, and I'm like, hey,
Hey,
I'm
you
gonna
know
give it
what?
a shot.
Hey, sports mix is it's okay. I ain't gonna lie, but don't feed it to your dog.
Well, I don't know. Like you said, I'm excited to see what works best, and
That's a late that's a
and
lady's food for their dogs. You know why?
why?
Because women tend to dogs differently than men do. I'm gonna tell you that. That's for a fact.
Okay.
Women tend to dogs differently than men do. My fiance, she tends to my dogs way differently than I do when I'm at home. She'll be asking me why haven't I taken the dogs out? I say for what? They know when I'm home. They know they can go out, every 4 hours if I want to, every 7 if I need them to, because I might be that busy. But guess what? I mean, they have a schedule. They have a
Yep.
schedule so if they know that if they miss, they're gonna look at like,
Yeah.
okay, well, hey, Dad don't do this every day, so there's something going on.
Yeah. So like
And
and that's how it is
dogs have senses.
yeah, that's how it is in my I guess program. The main caretaker is my wife of the dogs. And she does the day to day, and in the evenings or whenever, I also contribute. So, but she does most of it.
Shout
So
out to everybody.
shout out to my wife, Amber. Amber. So she's gonna start making some more videos too. So her thing is social media marketing. She's gonna blow this page up. So y'all watch. But yeah, man, back to the main thing because I know I gotta hop off here in a couple of minutes.
For sure.
But Latif, man, I hope we can make a resolution. I hope that we can, meet where I've said, which is more than fair, and that you can return the dog or pay 4K and keep that little Merle pup, sell it, and take 2,500, and do what you got to do. So I wish nothing but the best for him. And like you said, I did not talk bad about him. And that's just the kind of person I am, and that's why I want to be remembered. You
No,
know.
no, for sure, for
Yep.
sure. That's respect, man. That's respect.
Yeah. Final
And
thoughts,
definitely,
or
and I definitely appreciate you for coming on today, Rene, man.
yep.
I had planned, to, try to get both of you guys on, or try to at least, have him be on and, just hear you out. So, I mean, like I say, this is going into a reel anyway. All my lives do. So, I mean, hey, I'm hoping that, hey, Fat T, man, big shout out to you, man. Hey, you spoke your piece earlier, man. But I hope, like I say, like Renee said, man, y'all can figure something out, man, by the end of the week or so, man, and get on one page, man.
Yeah.
'Cause,
So I'll
I
wait.
mean,
I'll wait until Friday before I do anything legal.
okay,
I
okay,
think
that's his
that's.
word, T. That's his word. He
I'll
say
wait until
shit.
Friday. So, you know what? I'll give it. I'll extend it. I'll wait till Monday because
Okay,
that way he has until. So there you go.
for the
Monday
weekend.
morning at 9 a.m. I will start filing papers. So he has until then. And I'm
Okay.
not even going to text him. He told me not to text him, only call him. I'm just going to leave it how it is. If he wants to reach out, and me being on here tonight is me showing compromise. And I hope and I ask that you would message him too,
Oh
and
yeah.
that,
I mean,
talk some
I have,
sense into this kid because he's young. He's 23.
but that, I mean, hey, hey, you know what? Age has no limit on
I
maturity.
know, but I don't think he's. I think that he needs to realize that his decisions, moving forward, now that he decided to make this public,
If
everybody's
I mean,
watching.
if
Everybody's
he,
watching to see how he's going
for
to handle
sure,
it.
for sure,
And that's the other thing too. To all the other breeders out there, if you have a contract, be willing to enforce it. Don't
yeah.
be a pushover. Don't
Shout
let
out to
people
that.
walk all over you.
Shout out to
And that,
shout out to enforcing that contract for sure.
yeah, so if I have to, I will. But again, I'm going. I'm trying to show grace, and me waiting until Monday to hear from him is showing grace. And I'd prefer if there was a third party involved, man. To be honest, maybe his girl can talk to my girl, or maybe you, if you want to be someone, if you're willing to be a go between. Like, I mean, I've already gone as far as I could to communicate what I'm willing to negotiate. To do this the right way.
Hmm.
So I'm trying to be honorable, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah,
I believe every Frenchie community needs to have values, and I value number one honesty, integrity, and honor,
for sure. I
and
represent the Midwest,
and I
so
hope that that has been felt today
yeah.
as I've
It was a
communicated,
it was a
and in
lot of
my tone.
integrity today. It was a lot of integrity today. A lot of
Cool.
integrity. So I mean, and I mean, you had a lot of integrity, man. You had it on your sleeve today. So I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying, for like, hey, like, you reached out to him, and you spoke your piece, and you actually got your side of the story out, because I mean, that's a big deal too. I mean, and I want to let him know, it wasn't about clout earlier for you to jump on and just, what I'm saying, just let him know what was going on. But I mean, to be honest, I'm glad he didn't let you on, because it would have just been back and forth, and when nobody's story would have
Yeah.
got heard. It would have been some loud, just overbearing conversation. So
Yep.
I mean, shout out to T, what I'm saying, for having that type of humility too on the live, because I mean, he was respectful to you as well. You know what I'm saying? He didn't say, he didn't say anything that I heard,
He called me a
to
clown
kind of like,
over and over again.
I mean, yeah, you called him a drama queen.
Yeah, I
You know what I'm saying? I
did.
mean, come on, hey, come on, Pastor.
Yeah.
Come on,
Yeah.
come on. Hey, come on. Hey,
Yes. Yeah.
so
So
listen. Hey, so listen, look. Hey, I mean, and he started off. That's how I seen the live, because it was like something. He said something about, the title, but we
yeah.
ain't gonna go into that. But
All right.
hey,
Well, all of that is
yeah,
just, I guess, like, whatever. Let's just put it to bed.
water under the
Let's
bridge,
just,
and you
yeah,
wanted to make sure it's get it over
get the
with.
dog
So
back or get
yeah,
4K.
for
You
sure.
know,
So
and
T, hey,
if he can't, if it doesn't have the 4K, I have a firm. I can offer him an affirm link, and he can finance it because I'll get that money right away.
J7,
So Sezzle, I have Sezzle too, and if not,
JC.
so I'm willing to offer him some links so he can finance it too. So,
Okay.
um, if he wants to keep her, or just let's meet up and bring me my dog. I'll meet him at the same Starbucks I met him when I first dropped her off this weekend. So, and we'll be parting our ways, and we'll delete all the negative crap that we've posted, all the pictures of the documents, all that can be removed. So, by the way, I'm going to leave my contract up in case other breeders want to use it.
For sure.
It's pretty standard, as a template. And then also a motion of what it looks like if you do have to go to court, which I did not draft. I had an attorney friend of mine draft it for free.
Okay.
So that was drafted by an attorney, and for Virginia law, but every state's different, you know. But if I get a judgment in Virginia, I can take that judgment to any other state, and the other state will uphold it. So even Pennsylvania. So, but the contract states that, you know, it would be, the jurisdiction would be Virginia. So that's the first place I'm going to court. So yep. Unless we can make some peace. Well, thank you, man. God bless you. I hope we can do another live. I've enjoyed this. Hopefully it won't be about drama. It'll be about discussing dog food or something.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. We're going to be talking about some next litters, man. We'll see what you got going
I'm excited, man. I'm excited to just develop relationships here and grow in my knowledge and hopefully even one day help other new breeders get into the game, you know. And I'm excited too, like, to raise the standard. Because everybody and their mom is trying to sell Frenchies so cheap now, $2K, $2,500, and it's ruining the market. We need to raise that standard up to $45K. We need to, or $4,500. We need to stop being, you know, so quick on just making a buck. You know, let's take Frenchies to what they used to be. Not everybody's supposed to be able to afford a Frenchie.
That's very true, and it's not supposed to be a Frenchie in everybody's backyard.
Yep. So for real.
I agree with that.
Let's raise the standard back up, and that's where my program is going. I'm not trying to sell $2,500 pups. I'm trying to raise the standard. I'm trying to create some quality. And if that sounds like you, then just keep your eyes on me, because watch, something's going to happen this year. It's going to be my year. We're going places, man. And you know what? I'm taking everybody with me who I can. We're going to another level. All right, man. Have a good night.
All right, man. And you too, Rene. You have a good night, man. Thanks for coming on Pause Down, man, podcast. I appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you too. Take care. Bye-bye.
Man. It was a lot of shit going on today. What the fuck? Shit. Damn. Well, man, I walked into a shitstorm. I walked into a crazy shitstorm earlier, man. I got about 7 more minutes that I'm gonna be on this live, man. But we got about 7 more minutes. So I walked into a shitstorm, man. Man, these two brothers, man, had a contract going on about a Frenchie deal, man, and he co-owned the female, and then the female. Oh man, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, Rene. Thank you again for coming on, man. So they had a. I'm just updating, you know, people on what transpired, man. So, man, it was you know, it was back and forth, you know, about a co-own that didn't go well, and you know, one guy, he got the female and she was pregnant, and that's how the whole ordeal just spiraled out into a tornado of dog shit. I mean, man, that was the tornado of dog shit right there when she came pregnant and was there. You know, I think at that moment, right then and there, I would have made the agreement right then and there to just get the dog back and take care of that shit myself and get it done, and you know what I'm saying, or pay him the wealth and then, you know, throw him a pup and then, you know, get up out of there. But I don't think I would have, you know, went any further with that. That's just my opinion, you know, bottom line at the end of the day, only just because I wouldn't have want to, you know, locked in with a pregnancy, regardless. I wouldn't have want to lock somebody in with a pregnancy, not at all. I wouldn't want to leave them with that responsibility. And I mean, it just in case they don't like the stud and all type of shit. So I wouldn't have had that shit. That's just me personally. I wouldn't have fucked with it. I would have just been one of those people that just said, "Hey, look, hey, hey, look, man, hey, let me get the dog back, or you could get paid to wealth, and shit, I'm gonna go from there, but this is my in-house shit. This all my cash. You know what I'm saying? I would have took it as that too, cause I would have been like, man, first litter or not, hey, this my in-house litter. I'm gonna go ahead and keep it. No, I know. He said no. No, we got that clear for sure. I know he said no, but I'm just saying for me, like I told you, I mean me, I'm not so nice guy, and I saying I would have been aggressive or anything. I don't play that shit. I would have just been like, hey, look, nah, bro, hey, I appreciate that we doing the contract and all of that, but I'm willing to break it so I could go ahead and get her back home. It was all in house. Just once he found out she was pregnant, yeah, I would have canceled out everything and just and brought that bitch back to the crib, and then or just had him welt, and then what I'm saying, we co-own a puppy that he want to choose from that litter, and he get a puppy from that shit. Like, it would have been so many different things that I would have came up with. He wouldn't have kept the bitch though. You know what I'm saying, behind that, because I would have been like, man, you know, either I can get some puppies going off this shit and get my bitch back, and then continue to do something else. I ain't needing to sell no pregnant bitch. Like, that's how I would have did it. You know what I'm saying? No, no, hey, that's real shit, Teeth. That's real shit. That's real shit. That's real shit, Teeth. I respect that shit. I really want you to come on with shit. I mean, you know what I'm saying? He'll listen to you too, but you know what I'm saying? I'm glad that you still tap the fuck in, for real, for real. Shit, I really want to hear some more of what you got to say. So, you know what I'm saying? So it could kind of like level out, because he said he wanna splat shit out, like he wanna splat shit. It's over with. You know what I'm saying? Slang, gone, done. You know what I'm saying? Kill it, dead. It's over with. They want to, you know what I'm saying? He want to end the shit. He came up with, hey, 4K, man. 4K and the female. He said 55 at first. He brought it down to 4K. He said, something about, just contact him over the weekend and shit like that. And that's just if you wanted to keep the female, or shit, he just wanted the female back, and you know what I'm saying, the little minute shit. He said, keep the money for the puppy or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I understand y'all's situation. I ain't gonna even lie to you. Hey, it's co-owned deal gone wrong, bro. Like, you don't understand it. This shit could be off the leash right now. We could make off the leash right now with this shit, bro. Y'all could have went viral off this shit, because it's really like, this is real shit that really go on, and people need to have that type of notion. But they would have kicked it up a notch and had y'all really be on some weird beef type shit. But you know what I'm saying? Fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't even got to go that far. It's all respect. Like, he respected you on this motherfucker on the podcast, bro. Said I told him to give me my money back. He can have the dog back. Shit is a headache. I know it's a headache. I know it is, bro. Like, I mean, but I ain't gonna even lie to you. It was a blessing, shit, to hear your live, for real, shit. I tuned in and like, man, let me try to help these brothers out. You know what I'm saying? Because I heard you, and I really heard your live. Like, shit, you were like I don't even want to deal with this shit. And then, I mean, there was respect. You were like, man, just get off my live. Like, you was really just speaking your mind. And I mean, just bringing it to the live, you was bringing it to your homies. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody don't get to call their homies and FaceTime and politic and shit like that. This is a new wave of politicking right here. Everybody need to get with that shit. Social media is the new wave of politicking with your people. You know what I'm saying? And getting some shit out. Like, we don't have it. You know what I'm saying? We don't have that type of community where we going outside on the porch and kicking it with motherfuckers and talking shit like we used to type shit. That shit ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? It just don't happen no more. Motherfuckers don't even want to kick it on the porch no more. Motherfuckers rather shit, politic, network how we network. And I said, hey, I'm networking with y'all brothers right now, but it's respect, shit, how he came and he said, the different scenarios that y'all can try to work out. He had his, but you know what I'm saying? Hey, you might have your different situations that you want to try to work out with him. So, I mean, to me, I ain't gonna lie to you. Hey, I think that y'all can work that shit out for real. Like, it's like it's right now. That shit, it's in the air right now. You know what I'm saying? It's in the air on both ends. shit, one got to be the bigger man right now. You know what I'm saying? And be, you know what I'm saying? I mean, he been cutting, trying to cut a lot of losses and shit like that, as what he bringing up. But at the end of the day, shit, hey, one of y'all got to cut a loss. That's the biggest thing. You know what I'm saying? One got to be a bigger man and cut the fucking loss. Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, hey, I'm pretty sure he reading this shit. I'm pretty sure he reading your comment right there for sure, for sure. You know what I'm saying? People take losses. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you like this, man. I was young, man, and I thought I was a young boss, man, and you know what I'm saying. I got to talking to real bosses, and they told me, shit, hey, you want to become a boss, man? All bosses take losses. You know what I'm saying? You know, so I definitely dig that. Okay, hey, we got y'all talking now. We got y'all talking. Hey, this hey, this where it's at. He reading you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, responding back. And this is a respect factor right here. This is, you know what I'm saying? Let's keep the board. Let's keep the board on good respect right here. And, hey, ain't no words being said. Let's keep it mutual. Hey, let's say he said, hey, I'll take the loss from the litter. I just want Penelope back. Okay. He said he taking a loss from the litter. He just want Penelope back. But then I think Teeth saying he want his money back. But Teeth, if he's saying you can keep the money from the puppies, shit, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's like a win for me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, a little bit of gas money you're gonna be wasting and shit. You're gonna be shit just giving the dog back. Shit, I mean, I don't see what anything. He said he can have a dog back. He can have a dog back. I think we just came up with a conclusion right there. I think we came to a conclusion. This it sounds like shit. The conclusion it's just done over with right now. I think out of all of that, it's over with. Yeah, win-win. Yeah, T, you kept the money from the puppy sales, and I think he said you still got a puppy over there, so you keep that money, and then shit, you go ahead and just give him Penelope back. That's a motherfucking win-win chicken dinner, man. Shit, I'll take that shit any day. Just to have a motherfucker not talk to me ever again and cut ties, cut ways. Y'all meet at Starbucks. Hey, get that bitch back, man. Shake hands, man. Hey, and go y'all separate ways. I think I just solved this motherfucking clue. I think I gotta hit my stick. I think I did it. But on my Casey, did I do it? He also co-owns a female with his grandfather. Yeah, you was talking about that. All right, pop your shit about that. So are you still waving that? If you get Penelope back, you said you gonna wave that, and he can have that with his granddaddy. I will not be a part of that co-own. God damn. That's love, T. Hey, T. Hey, T. Man, come on my live, T. Hey, T, come on my live, man. Send a request to come on my live, T. I got to get ready to go to the goddamn gym, baby. Get some games in. Hell yeah. Man, did I solve this motherfucker? Shit. Man, T, send a request, man. I want to hear from you. Man, let's try to hear from T. Man, man, they so good. Knock them out. And he said he's sorry that you got robbed. Shit, he threw an apology in. Yeah, man. So I think we might have solved this one, man. I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna try to hit these brothers up. We're gonna try to hit these guys up, man, and try to get them on the live together once they figure it out. Hopefully they tap in with each other tonight and they go ahead and inbox each other right now, man. You unblock T, so Rene, shit, hey, you too, man. Hey, hopefully one inbox the other tonight, man. I think y'all just figured this shit out, man. Hey, much love and respect to both of y'all, man. I appreciate y'all comments. I appreciate y'all coming on here, man. And really, man, putting shit to rest, man. I appreciate y'all tonight, man. For sure. Much love and respect to both camps. Y'all know what's going on, man. Hey, this is Pause Down, Level Up Podcast, man. Y'all know what the fuck going on, man. Pause Down.